My good friend Ishmael was able to build this one bedroom apartment with a kitchen, a hall, a toilet, and a bath, completely off grid in the middle of nowhere for 69,000 Ghana cedis, as you are seeing it, and he plans to complete it for 80,000 Ghana cedis. And in this video, I drove over 60 kilometers to meet him so that he shares the secrets on how he was able to accomplish this in just 6 months. Now, if you're new to the channel, kindly consider subscribing and leave a comment as to where you are watching from, which country, which state. Thanks, Bibre.
Hi, my name is Ishmael Lamte. I'm a website designer. I'm a content creator, Ishmael Lamte on YouTube, as well as a drone pilot. So this is my minimal one-bedroom apartment that I've been working on for some time now. So you get to learn a lot about it in this video. So stay tuned.
Where are we right now?
So we are in the Greater Accra region. This place is called Ashifla or Ashifla. Yes. And then this nearby community is called Mampehia. Mampehia simply means that the town doesn't like poverty. Yes, but people have
women don't like poverty.
No, people have corrupted it from Mampehia to Mampehia. Okay. It's all Mampehia, like the town doesn't like poverty. Okay. Yeah, so that's where we are currently. Okay. Yeah.
Are you sure it's not Eastern region? Because I thought this is more of Eastern region than.
Okay, so this particular place is like the last point of the Greater Accra region around this side on the map. So when you were coming, the main road that you're using before you branched off to the other one, is the demarcation point between the Eastern region and the Greater Accra region. So this part is also part of the Greater Accra region. Yeah.
So looking at the plot of land, right? This is 100 by
70 by 100, yes, or 100 by 70. Yes.
So how much does this, plot of land cost?
So as of when we purchased this, that was sometime last year. It was 9,000, about 9,000 cedis.
9,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes,
last
9,000.
year around what time?
Around early part of last year, probably let's say around March, thereabout. Yeah, it was around 9,000 cedis.
But do you know the current?
As of now, around here, I think they said even this side is finished, so the other side is 10,000.
In terms of distance, right? I checked on Google Maps when coming, so we are like 60 kilometers
away from Accra.
Yes, from Accra.
Yeah.
So why did you come all the way from? Because I know you were living first around Cantonment, then you moved to Adenta.
Mm-hmm.
Now you moved 60 kilometers away to this place.
Well,
far away, like this is the middle of nowhere. You are not surrounded by any shopping mall. You are not surrounded by a hospital. You're not surrounded by anything. So yeah, why?
One of the reasons why I personally had wanted to move out from where I am now to somewhere like this is because I seem to be tired of the life in Accra. Like seriously, the rush hour life, traffic, like the pollution, like so. I'd always wanted to disconnect from that side of town and move somewhere else. Like Charlie, you have your peace of mind, a very serene place. Sometimes when I come here and maybe getting close to like 4 or 5 there, you just hear the birds chirping. Like it's so refreshing. So these were some of the reasons why I had always wanted to move from Accra, and finally getting a place like this, I decided to, let me just get something done here and then move in. Yeah.
Okay, but won't it affect you in terms of like career, job, and everything?
So the good thing is most of my work is online, remote work, so I don't really once I have internet connectivity, I'm good. And interestingly, this spot has like great internet access as compared to some other points. So
isn't it difficult to get access to basic stuff, like you want to buy water, you want to buy stuff like that? What are some of the challenges you've experienced in buying this land and building in such a remote area?
Okay, so some of the challenges will have to do with the availability of building materials. Although there are building materials which are sold a little bit close by, but the road network, especially around here, is not so great. So sometimes you have cars getting stuck just at a small portion and there is an aside for that also. There are some towns or villages nearby where you can come by some of these grocery shops and the rest. So for those kind of basic things, you can get them. But aside that, building materials, sometimes some specific type of materials you might need, like tiles, buying them from wherever you and transporting them here becomes sometimes a bit expensive.
Transportation will be a problem.
Yeah, exactly. So for cement, because this place is like a new site and people are beginning to push on structures, I don't know if you could see that people are beginning to build around. So there are some block factories around.
Yeah, so why did you decide to build a single bedroom and not a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom house?
Okay, so first of all, it had to do with my finances.
Okay.
I was looking at not starting something and
Couldn't complete.
Exactly.
Be there for a long time.
Yes. So I was looking at being able to start something and then be able to complete it. That was one of the reasons. As it stays now, I have like a 3-bedroom plan where in the near future, like we will work on it. So this is just like a sort of temporary something that we can live in.
How long did it take you to reach the stage that we are looking at right now?
I think it's taken about 6 months, so far.
Wow.
Now the reason why it's been 6 months is that it's, as you can see close by here, like there's a project that we are working on. Why not start something? I've also wanting to move from Accra, so I decided to just start. And then we haven't been working on it in a fast pace, like we've been doing it bit by bit. As and when we don't have work on this one, then we just move to work on that one. So that's how come it's taking 6 months.
But 6 months is extremely fast, right? Because yes, even most middle class people who have working like lawyers and doctors, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years to complete.
Yeah.
But 6 months is very
well, because of the size of the building, that's why I'm even thinking 6 months is like too much, like of a long time.
It's impressive because I know the cost of materials. I have some experience, right? So I know how much goes into building, right? So that brings me to the question: how did you finance this property? Because you're a young man, right? It's not like I don't know how long you've been working since you completed school or whatever, but how did you finance? Because on our channel we want to tell people it's possible, right? We want to show the youth that it's possible to do amazing things, to also build your own house and things like that. So maybe you can tell us your story, how you were able to build this, how you got the money to finance it. Did you go for a loan?
Okay, so I started off with my savings.
Okay.
And then I had some investments that were, maturing. I took some of those investments and then added to it. And my wife also has been a very great support.
On your website design, your drone pilots, you have some stock footage that you sell. You do YouTube as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't work for anybody. You don't work in any bank. You don't work at any of the big telcos. Nothing of the sort. Amazing. Fantastic. So do you intend to have like a proper farm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As part of the plans is to have an animal farm.
An animal farm as well.
Grow some crops. Yeah. So once I'm not busy on the computer, I can spend some time taking care of some animals here and enjoying some nice views.
The view is heavenly, right? The view is just glorious.
This water is just great.
The view is simply amazing.
And just towards the side.
And the hills and everything, and I'm sure it rains a lot in this area as well, right?
It does.
Okay. How much did it cost you to bring the building up to this level, and what have you completed so far?
Okay, so far, what we've spent so far is like around 69,000 plus. 69,000. Yes, 69,000 plus, and that has covered the foundation, the blocking up process. The blocking up part, the plastering, the roofing, the ceiling, then the scheming for the wall, and now the solar, and then the door, the windows. Yes.
Amazing work.
Yeah.
69,000.
69,000.
So it's almost livable, right? But I don't think you have like toilets, sinks, and those things.
No, not yet. Not yet. So those ones are yet to come. So
you've done the plumbing already, right?
Yeah, we've done the plumbing.
But you just need to connect the taps and all those things, right, to the water system.
Yeah.
So how are you going to do? How are you going to connect your poly tank to the main.
So I don't know if you've watched one of my videos where I explained the water step. You're not going to use this. Is just like a temporary thing there. So what I intend doing, maybe you could go to the back of the house as I show you. So because this place is a new site and there isn't tap over here, we are looking at harvesting rainwater to be able to serve the house or servers for the time being. So I deliberately made them connect this rain gutter to drop out at this point. The plan is to have a stand, put a poly tank on it, get the water into it. Yes, the bathroom is here, the kitchen is there. So gravity is just going to push the water to this part. So that's what we're intending for now. And maybe sometime to come we might construct a ball. Yeah.
And then for the toilet facilities, are you going to use a biodigester or are you going to use?
So that is what I'm currently still contemplating on. But the chances of using biodigester is higher. Cost is great. Like it saves you a lot of cost, where you don't have to for like 2-3 years. You don't have to get this sewage waste management people to come and remove your sewage. That is if you are using a septic tank. That would also depend on the size of the septic tank anyway, and then the cost involved in constructing a septic tank compared to that of a biodigester system. So those are some of the but of course they all have their pros and cons. So
Okay, yeah, but at least given what you've done, right, the only thing left is to complete the water closet, the sinks for the kitchen, all those things, right? So we can estimate another maybe 10,000.
yeah, about 10,000 probably should be able to.
So you said it took you 69,000 to get here.
Yeah,
So plus 10,000, 79. So we can say
80,000.
80,000 for a one-bedroom house. So which phase of the building took the highest?
The roofing. Okay, so the roof, not just the roofing, but the roofing with the roofing joint and then the ceiling joint.
Okay.
That did cost over 12,000
12,000.
together. Yeah, a little over 12,000. Yes, that's the part that has taken a lot of money.
So did you have all your 69,000 Ghana cedis ready cash before you started the project?
That's why it's taking like 6 months. So the 6 month period, trying to get money to be able to complete it. Yes.
Any lessons you've learned that you want to share? Like you've learned something and you said, "Nah, this was an eye-opening experience."
Well, I think it's possible because starting, I didn't know how long it was going to take to finish, and I didn't know like what. Even though I had a rough estimate on what I was likely to spend. I actually must say that it has exceeded that because of the price and materials very much, especially cement. Because as when we were starting, cement was like 45 cedis. Now it's 58 cedis, and that brings me to procrastination. It's always a thief of time. If there's something that you have to do it, or like you really want to do it, you have to get started. Like there's no best time to start anything.
So how did you get the laborers for your work? Did you like get a contractor or something? Because somebody might have the money to start, might have a land, but he doesn't even know where to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the good thing for me is my brother is a carpenter. He's a professional carpenter, so he has been in that space for some time now. So he has had a chance to work with other people on like contracts and so most of the time he ends up suggesting the people for me to work with. Aside that, other ways by which I used to find people is I use WhatsApp. When I need something, I either put it on my status, I post in groups, who can do this, who can recommend a trustworthy person to do this, blah blah blah. And most of the time I end up getting solutions. So that's one way also you can use to find people to work with. Yeah.
Next time on this channel, we are going to talk about, is it better to build or it is better to rent? Subscribe so you do not miss that episode. Everybody will be thinking you should build, right? But there are actually good reasons why you should rent and not build. Never build. For me though, I'm somebody who believes that you should build a house because the Bible says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children, right? First of all, I think that building gives you peace of mind. Once you have a house of your own, you don't need to worry about the next rent due, right? You don't need to worry about 2 years time or it's 1 month for your rent to be due. You need to pay 2 years advance or 1 year advance or whatever it is. You have peace of mind. Peace of mind
can never be overemphasized. Also, if you decide to sell your house later, right, in future, you can actually make some good money because buildings are an asset which always keep, appreciating in price and value. So you can actually make some good value if you decide to sell the house. Also, if you decide to sell your house later, the whole period you were living in your house, you would have been living there rent free. Can you imagine? So you live in it for 20 years, you have enough money to buy a house closer to the airport. You sell off your house at Castle or wherever, and then you move to the airport. That 20 years you were living rent free and you could use that money for better things.